Yo, check it out, man. Anime Hanashi is what you're watching. The podcast that you won't be dropping. That's listed everywhere. Causing drama from the city of Compton to Akihabara. Talking about anime, it ain't no stress. The podcast is sure to impress. With me, Lewis, and the rest of the crew. Sit back, relax, and we'll show you how we do. Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Anime Hanashi podcast. So really quickly about how the podcast will be released. Every episode of the podcast will be 100% free on YouTube, but new episodes will be released early on animehanashi.com. So they'll be released 2 or 3 weeks earlier than the YouTube release. So these episodes can be purchased for £1 at animehanashi.com. But like I said, if you don't mind waiting a few weeks, they will be free on YouTube. Think of it as not only a way to get new episodes early, but as a way to support the channel and support the podcast. It's a very small price tag for the amount of time and effort I have to put into making these podcasts. And the more you guys support the podcast, the more the podcast can be made, and the better the podcast can be made. So again, thanks for watching the podcast, and let's start.
Alright, Glenn, go first.
Wait, so he's not even going to be like...
I'll say it.
I thought you were about to be like, oh, guys, the broadcast he won't be dropping, what's up?
That's okay. Glenn, do you want to introduce yourself then?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, if I do you think they'll drop it? I don't want them to drop it.
Well, no. That's impossible. It's the podcast that you won't be dropping. So.
Yeah, Glenn, hi.
Do you want to say your channel or anything?
People usually know who I am. Glenn loves Subway. Glenn loves anime.
Glenn loves men.
Yeah, I mean, that's the more... we don't talk about that, okay?
That's the Glenn uncut.
Yeah. The
real version of Glenn.
Anime Hanashi. That's where you get it all.
And Matt, who are you?
Yeah, RC Anime. I'm not the mastermind of Anipod, so... But you know that.
You're master of Anime Hanashi.
Founder of Anipod.
Nope, I'm not.
They'll make a documentary about you in a few years. Just like the guys who made Facebook and Google.
How Anipod surpassed Podtaku.
It'll be like that movie, what's it? The Social Network. It'll be called the Anime Podcast. The movie about Matt making Anipod. So we're gonna start with what someone's been watching. Denny, if you guys have a particular show,
yeah.
Glenn, you can kick us off then.
You know the man who is the best around, Ikehara. Do you remember that news show he's been making?
Sailor Moon Crystal.
Fuck off.
Naruto, the last Naruto movie.
No, part 2 is his. You know, the last part 2. But no, Yuri Bullet, Yuri Bearstorm, Yurikuma fucking Arashi, Ikehara uncut, basically.
That is pretty much what it is. It's pretty much Ikuhara with, I guess, full creative control. It seems like.
I like to imagine he just approached like every studio, like Madhouse. Here's the thing: Yuri, Bears, Storms. Then they kick him out, and then he just went to the next one over and over.
He just sent one email to every anime studio and just tagged everyone in it.
And then the guy at Silver Lake was like, "I'm into this.
I've got Yuri's, I've got Bears, and I've got, I don't know, High School. I'm not even sure. I've only watched 2 episodes. I'm still not really sure what the plot is.
I don't think any of us really are.
Plot? You gotta... Fuck you asking me to explain it. I don't think Ikehara can explain it yet.
It's something you watch just to watch it. I don't know.
It's interesting.
Just watch it.
It's interesting. Yeah, you have to watch it to understand what it is. Like,
yeah.
If I tell you what it is, I'm not going to get anything of what the fuck it is across to you.
Even like after watching the first episode, you wouldn't even have like any idea of what, like, even like remotely what it's about. Because there's so much like random stuff in the first episode. There's just so many kind of like unique aspects of the show, like that the kind of courtroom bit. Like, I still don't understand what that is.
It's just symbolism, okay? Don't worry about it. I mean, it's the first episode is probably the biggest problem with the show, is you go into it and it's interesting, but it's not particularly gripping the same way Penguin Drum or Tennis was. And another problem is just the characters don't feel like characters at all, and they just feel like they're there so Ikehara can just fucking jizz his symbolism everywhere.
Yeah, there's like 6 characters introduced in the first few episodes. There's like the bears, and then there's like the courtroom people, and then there's the people at the high school, and they all have quite similar character designs, so it's kind of, it's like, what is going on?
Dude, the best character though, Life Sexy. life cool, life beauty. I fucking love Shabba-da-doo. I fucking love it so much. You gotta watch the 3rd and 4th episode though. It gets a lot better. It actually creates a narrative platform because like just the concept of Yurikuma, I love it. I really do. But the 3rd episode and 4th episode actually kind of starts telling a story.
Alright.
Yeah.
So it actually gets into a plot.
Yeah, it does. A tad bit. Just a tad. It explains some things. I mean, that's the main problem with Yurikuma is the fact that it's probably being held back by the fact that it's only 12 episodes, 1 cur, when Penguin Drum and Utena were 2 cur plus. And Ikuhara just probably is just like, well, I gotta make this work somehow. And he's doing it. He's doing it well, I'd say. It's still fucking gripping as fuck.
Yeah, well, because like Penguin Drum set itself up like it set a lot up at the start of its anime because I think he knew it was going to be a long thing. I think he possibly even thought it might be longer, because the second half was really much more fast paced than the first half.
Yeah, second half was a bit much.
Yeah, but Yurikuma feels like he kind of understands how long the anime is going to be. So he's like, okay, I kind of know what I kind of want to do here. I think it's a show that will be easier to recommend and stuff after it's finished.
Yeah.
Once it's had like a full thing. Like right now, it's kind of like hard to recommend and hard to know who to recommend it to. Because I don't know if I should like recommend it to people who like all this deep symbolism and stuff, or people who like Yuri or comedy or action. It's like there's so much in the one show. Yeah,
there's just a lot going on. It seems like Ikuhara just has a lot to address, but he's just like, oh, guys, I thought this was going to be 2 cur. What happened?
I think it's something that could probably get like a movie afterwards.
I don't think so. The sales aren't looking the best right now. It's kind of dead in the predictions.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, Ikuhara's shows have never really sold particularly well. Utena, we can't really tell because back then data wasn't tracked very well. Yeah. Penguin Drum did alright, but Yurikuma is kind of looks like it's dead in terms of the Blu-ray sales and whatnot.
Yeah. You never know.
No,
it might pick up.
Yeah, this far into the season, it doesn't happen very often.
Could get really popular after its airing, you know. You could get a little cult following or something. Well, I mean, I guess Ikuhara already has a kind of cult following behind him.
No, definitely.
Like a lot of people like his shows, like really specifically, and kind of worship his shows almost, especially like Penguin Drum and stuff like that.
I wouldn't worship him, but I definitely respect him and think he's good at what he does.
Yeah, he's got a really good directing style and stuff.
I know.
He's got a really distinct, unique art style. Like you won't see anybody who kind of directs like him.
Yeah,
he's probably one of the only few auteurs in the anime industry right now. One of the only people with any narrative style or structure.
I wouldn't say that.
Not a lot.
He's one of the he's one of the few ones that's kind of like popular and gets like money to produce something like this.
He's like Paul Thomas Anderson or Wes Anderson. Very few people are like them. Yeah,
kind of like mixing indie with like the mainstream audience. I guess we'll have to see how Yurikuma goes, because I think if it does, like, you know, pick up a narrative structure and like it all comes together and it's like this big story, well, not a big story but a big 12 episode story, and it's really good, I think people, you know, could turn to it and it'll start selling better.
No, yeah, I definitely suggest not to watch it weekly like I am.
Yeah,
marathoning it seems like a much better idea.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to watch it weekly. I'll probably watch it in like 2 or 3 episode bursts and maybe rewatch a few episodes before I watch it again.
Yeah, I've rewatched the first episode a lot.
Yeah.
Just because I'm really obsessed with it. But beyond that, there's not much else to say yet. Like, there's a lot to say, but there's a lot to not say because it's fucking Ikuhara.
Yeah, there's a lot about it, but there's not a lot of specific things you can kind of touch on. It's really just kind of, I guess the animation is something that you can say for sure is really nice.
No, God, no. What do you want about? The production's awful.
No, if you compare it to Penguin Drum, the animation is really not on par.
No, not at all. Like, the aesthetics and the visual style are all great, but the animation itself is...
It still looks really nice.
It looks nice. It doesn't have any, like, animation standout points, though.
Even though they used CG at points.
I mean, even looking at
okay.
Kuma Arashi opening in comparison to the Penguin Drum openings, you can tell the that the animation is far apart, because in Penguin Drum everything looks much more fluent, everything moves much more nicely. In Yurikuma, things are slightly more, I don't know if this is the correct word to call animation something like this, but like slightly more static. The movements aren't as fluent.
The animations are stilted.
Yeah, stilted. That's the word.
They're rough. Yeah. They don't feel like people are moving. They feel like characters are being drawn to move.
Yeah, I mean that's not too surprising these days. You kind of have to take that sometimes.
No, but it's just the production. Like from the first episode, even the first episode usually like looks nice. Like Cinderella Girls has a beautiful first episode. Yatterman from this season has a great episode.
What was that Shaft one?
Kafuka Graffiti.
Yeah, I like that. That's got really nice animation for the first one. That had some like really well animated scenes.
Yeah, I was kind of. They didn't really show much animation to the show airing, so I was a bit worried that Shaft had fucked up the scheduling again.
Like I don't know if it was the second episode or the third episode where they go to Sakura trees, cherry blossoms. They go to the park there, and there's some really nice animated shots and scenes in there.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I don't know how they done it because I don't know anything about animation, but they done it with like patterns that are like not 2D patterns. It's weird. I don't know how they done it, but
you mean
it's like kind of like 3D patterns on their clothes and stuff.
Oh
like that.
Yeah, the way they do that is they just get patterns that aren't animated and just that's kind of actually kind of lazy.
Yeah, but it works well.
No, I think it looks cool. I don't think it's that bad, but it's just like actually animating it. It's a bit of a lazy method. It's kind of like Zayatobo Sensei. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, the Shaft use it quite a lot. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah, I think it looks good too. It's just it just can't compare to like shows that have actual like fucking crazy animation like Rolling Girls say.
Yeah, or when you look at Attack on Titan, like probably the best recent example of like high quality animation in some of the scenes where you can just see like so much people have worked on each scene and stuff like that. It just looks brilliant.
That's actually like the common misconception is having more people work on a scene actually is usually bad because you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. And the thing about Attack on Titan's production is just like most of it's awful. Like it has really good some action scenes and like the jumping about and whatnot, but other than that, the production was
it even has a lot of still frames.
lot of stills,
like 5 second still frames,
even
like,
longer than that.
They've done that thing where they make it like a picture and they kind of just pan across the still frame, like as if to say, oh, this is a directing choice here.
Yeah. The thing is, every show does that, but it's just Attack on Titan abused it because their production was so just rushed and it was awful. If you remember, like, when Attack on Titan first started airing, after, like, the 3rd or 5th episode, Wit Studio sent out a thing asking for more animators, because, people thought that meant, oh, no, like, oh, they got all the money. Oh, that's not how it works. What happened was, animators abandoned them because they were asking for so much work. There was one animator who tweeted out, after 5 days, I have left the studio finally. I'm glad to be home. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, you can tell that Attack on Titan was something that kind of like thrived on its first 3 episodes. If its first three episodes were the same as the rest of the show, nobody would be talking about it. It was those first 3 episodes that like pretty much like set up a world and set up characters and set up the premise, and then the rest just kind of like fed off those first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 episodes took place over like so much time, just gave it so much meat.
And then after that, it became bone dry of content.
It became really popular, so they went, whoa, slow down. We can make 5 seasons out of this. Then God knows how many OVAs and stuff they've made.
It's crazy. They have recap films now too.
Yeah, and spin-offs and stuff. They have like a high school spin-off.
Yeah, they have like light novel spin-offs, manga spin-offs. It's everything.
I'm gonna play our first game now.
All right.
If this is somehow your first episode watching, this is a podcast, but also a competitive podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck.
So you play for
Matt up.
You play for points.
Crap.
You play for points. The person with the most points at the end wins the grand prize.
What about the person with the least points?
They win the not so grand prize. But you're pretty much guaranteed a top 3 spot if you come on the podcast.
Lewis, I know this.
Oh wow, I
Lewis,
wouldn't have guessed.
Lewis.
Yeah.
All right, let's make this more interesting. Whoever loses has to watch a show that the other picks.
Fuck off.
Cool with that.
Yeah, I'll make. What do I make you watch? What's?
Oh god, this is gonna be really brutal.
I'll make you watch like I don't know, World Break or something.
No.
Oh.
Why?
Because
Why
you
World
gotta make this more interesting, man.
God damn
How
it.
about Matt? Have you seen the wrestling show? that
Oh
aired a few years ago?
yeah.
What was it called again? I want to be the world's
Yeah,
strongest.
that's it.
Yeah. You have to watch that with no headphones on.
What the fuck?
It's great. Some great voice acting.
Only the very few people who've seen that show will understand how bad this is.
Yeah, I still haven't watched the specials.
It's basically just a show about moaning. That's all it is. It's like
Some-
shouting and moaning. That's all
Some
it is.
high quality wrestling too.
So the first game we're going to play is a game called Guess the Year.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm going to say the title of an anime, and you guys are going to guess the year it started airing. When I started this, when I pre-planned it, I put K-On!, but then I knew that Matt was coming on, and you guys both obviously are big K-On! Fans.
Oh,
So say
yeah.
I said K-On!, and you guys would go blah blah blah, 2000 and whatever.
2008.
2009.
Fuck.
So
I could
yeah.
be wrong.
Last episode I allowed each person to have like a shot, but I think this time it'd be more interesting if it was just like the first person to say it. So you can take a risk and like say it really quickly, or you can think about it. So
All right.
the first show, this isn't an easy one, is Gungrave.
2004.
2003.
2004.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was 2003.
I haven't even.
Pointed
I
line.
haven't even seen.
I haven't seen Gungrave either.
You guys haven't? Oh, you guys should.
Yep.
Pretty good show.
I've been meaning to get to it. That's the reason I knew the year is because I've been on the Mal page often. Like, oh, I should watch this at some point in my life.
So the second show is a little bit of a classic. It's Great Teacher Onizuka.
I haven't watched that either.
95.
98.
Ooh, these were close. I'll give you guys one shot each. These are in the very close though.
96.
97.
No, you guys. It was 1999.
Fucking damn it.
God.
It doesn't look like a 1999 show, but it is. Okay, the next one. I'm pretty sure one of you guys have seen this. Berserk.
The original, not the films.
Yeah,
Ah,
no,
fuck.
not the films.
95.
96.
Oh, you guys are so close again. All right, I'll give you guys one more guess.
97.
Yeah, 97. I thought you guys would have gotten one at least.
I I got the first one, didn't I? What did I get? I got Gungrave.
Yeah, but I thought you guys would have like known at least one of them off by heart.
I've read the manga
You-
for Berserk. I never watched the anime.
All right. Yeah, you guys need to brush up on your years.
I'm only 52% weeaboo.
Oh man,
I'm only 4% weeaboo.
92%.
Teach me your ways.
That's almost pure. That's almost Breaking Bad.
I wonder where I went
Weeaboo.
wrong on that like question sheet.
Nobody has a clue what we're talking about. There's this little thing. There's this little thing on Twitter that you take like a little test, like a little multiple choice test, and it tells you how much percentage you are of a weeaboo. And Glenn got 92.
It's not my fault. I was raised wrong.
Did you say you'd like cosplayed and stuff like that? Because that was one of the questions, was it not?
Yeah, no, it was like it asked you, or have you done this many things? I put like 4 of the 6. I haven't cosplayed.
That's probably where you lost out. There.
Yeah.
You're a pleb.
One day.
You haven't cosplayed, bro.
One day I'll be
You
as
can
good as...
cosplay as a magical girl.
Dude, fucking, can we do that? Like that one show
Anime
that...
next.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going to a convention, so you guys can
Eric can make
like
them...
I'll do like what show would you guys go for? Like maybe like
What?
Love Live or something.
No, what's that? There's the Magical Boy airing show right now. What is it called?
Oh yeah.
It's like Love...
The one with the bear?
Yeah. It's like Love something. Can't remember. I don't know, but it's about
That'd be
magical
pretty
boys,
funny.
and it's actually pretty funny.
You guys should get like a sponsored cosplay. Raise money for charity. That would be awesome.
Hey, Dio Media, I'll cosplay your magical boys if you pay me.
Do a Patreon.
Yeah.
I will cosplay as.
If I make $100, I will cosplay as Madoka.
200. Just keep going looter and looter.
I'll lose
money,
more threads of clothing. Oh, you get the magical girl sequence at $1,000. Uncensored.
So, Matt, what have you been watching?
Well, I've been currently watching Bakuman. I don't know if either of you have seen it.
Yeah.
I think I've read Bakuman. Is that the one about writing manga?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one. It's the one about two mangakas. One guy writes a story, the other guy draws the manga. And what's interesting about it is that it's by the same mangaka of Death Note. And
Alright.
if you've seen Death Note and if you've watched Bakuman,
Yeah.
you can tell that they're very, very different series. And it's just, I think it's interesting to see how one author can just create two different worlds, even though Bakuman is set in a completely very realistic world and Death Note is slightly heading towards the idea of fantasy. It's the tones and atmospheres of both works are completely opposite of each other, and you would just have not expected that someone who could make a rather considered dark series make something very, in a way, lighthearted and sometimes comedic.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, Bakuman, the big assumption that people make, and I honestly don't even think it's assumption, I think it's fact, is he made Bakuman because he was angry about Death Note and how they made him extend the series. Because, like, there's a lot of moments in Bakuman where the authors fight with their editor, and it's similar to what he had to deal with. It's like Bakuman is the biggest fuck you to your boss.
Yeah. Make a whole manga and anime about you.
No, but that's what's interesting about Bakuman is that Bakuman has given me some sort of light on mangakas who do make long-running series, such as One Piece, which is probably not going to end in the next 10 years, and Naruto, which just recently ended, or by the time this podcast is out, maybe it wouldn't be so recent anymore.
Parentheses, ended.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll some kind of thing will start up again for Naruto.
Yeah, it's interesting because I always wondered why manga. Well, I know why manga series ran so long because of the money, but I was always wondering why the authors would just not try something new. And Bakuman shows that it's really not easy. I wouldn't have expected it to be easy, but it's really something completely different, and it's given me some respect for mangakas because I would not have the determination to do something like that.
No, I was
Imagine we struggle to make YouTube videos like once a month. Imagine having to make a whole manga chapter. Like, even if you have someone doing your backgrounds and stuff like that, just coming up with like a story and like drawing the characters and stuff like that, like every single week, that'd be crazy.
It's a bit different
for like 10 years.
Yeah, it's a bit different since that's their job, but I massively respect mangaka, especially the weekly dudes, because like, I don't know if you've ever seen the image of like one of the mangaka's schedules, and it's really similar to every other mangaka schedules. It's like they do nothing but that fucking manga.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They sleep like not even 8 hours, eat and do the manga. Like, they have like an hour a week of free time.
That's like their life for as long as they're making it, and you can kind of see why people go on hiatuses and stuff like that. Like, what's his name that does Hunter x Hunter? Is it
Togashi? Is it Togashi?
Yeah, Togashi.
Togashi Sensei playing Monster Hunter all day, every day.
Yeah, and I mean, it's understandable that like people would want to go on to. But I mean, the money must be really good.
He's made enough money, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Did you know that he's married to the mangaka for Sailor Moon?
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool, actually.
Did they meet before or after they became?
I have no idea, but think of their children being raised by those two people.
Imagine the expectations.
Just draw faster.
They're gonna have to make like a magical girl shonen fighting shonen thing.
Sailor X Hunter.
Well, on the topic of Attack on Titan that we're talking about, the guy who wrote the manga for that he didn't have to, but he changed the ending, the original ending he had planned when the anime got popular. So that kind of shows like his own work. He'd be up for changing that.
I actually.
He obviously made a less like violent ending or something.
Yeah, obviously. It's like, it's so fucking. It kind of pisses me off because it's like he had the idea for the ending already and knew how he wanted to edit it, but he changed it. He changed his own work. It's his own work. He can do whatever he wants, but that's just
Yeah, it's almost like a kind of it's like a lack of respect for his own work.
Yeah.
Like, surely he's made enough money.
Oh, surely.
But, I mean, I'm guessing the ending he's changed it to either be less violent and kill less characters, or have an ending that would allow the series to keep on going and going.
Yeah.
Like a kind of leaving it open ending. So I don't know, but
It ends.
It is weird.
It ends with just enough openness for the slice of life spin-off.
Yeah, the afterlife of Eren.
Attack on Titan after story.
Oh god.
Like I'm guessing we won't see I've not read like anything past the first season of Attack on Titan, but I'm guessing that we won't like have an ending to that for years now. I don't know if anyone's read it.
He confirmed like when he's ending it, like volume 20 or something.
Really?
Yeah. He wants to.
What-
He
Yeah,
had,
we are now like
What volume
12
are they
or
on now?
something.
yeah, we're on like volume. Are we on volume 12? I thought we were like volume 14.
Yeah, something like that. There's like 10 released in English, I think.
Yeah, but he did say he was going to end it at a certain volume. I can't remember which one because I don't care enough about
Yeah.
Attack on Titan. But he did say that,
Yeah.
which is good to end it when you want it, at least. So that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, at least he's doing that. At least he's not saying, "Oh, we're going to go for the next 10 years like One Piece."
Oh man.
that, that must be crazy. But I mean, that to be honest, like, as much as like kind of sellouty as it is to keep on a manga going for like that much, it's like you have to have respect for the guy to kind of give up the next 10 years of his life to make a manga.
Oh yeah, definitely. They put a lot of work into it.
Yeah, I mean, because that's crazy. Although One Piece might not be the highest quality or the most unique, the storylines might be a little bit repetitive, it's still a lot of work, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, the dude rarely takes breaks too. The mangaka for One Piece. The only time he takes them is
Yeah.
when he gets sick.
Well, I mean, that's been going for as long as I've like been watching anime. Like, that's been coming out weekly and stuff. People have been talking about it.
Pretty sure I was like 3 years old when it started.
Yeah, it was like 1999 or something.
Yeah.
I think the manga started or the anime started then. I can't remember. Yeah, but Matt, were you saying you watched the anime of Barakamon?
Yeah, Bakuman. Yeah, I was watching the anime of it.
Yeah,
I don't read
Bakuman.
much manga, but
Yeah.
I'm only halfway through the second season, and it's 3 seasons of 25 episodes. So overall, it's like 75 episodes, and I didn't realize I was getting myself into that.
It's a really good binge watch though. That's how I watched
It
it.
is. It
Yeah,
is.
I can
There's,
imagine.
it ends on a lot of cliffhangers, and not that that's a bad thing, but it's just gotta keep on marathoning it. What am I doing here?
It's a really cute love story too. It's unrealistic as heck, but I really love those types. Like,
Is it the same love story? Because I've read a little bit of the manga,
mhm.
and is it the same love story? Like,
It probably
is the first
is.
one at the start?
from between Mashiro and
No, like, yeah, is it just that one thing throughout the whole series? That one girl?
basically, yeah, because it's like they're like, it's really cute. It's like, we don't want, we will only date or become a couple when we both
yeah.
reach our dreams, and they stick with
Yeah, I
stick
remember.
with that, and it's pretty adorable.
Yes, it's like almost just as much as a romance as it is anything else. Really.
If I recall correctly, the second season, not much of her. She's like, she pops up every now and then is the thing. It's like
She actually appears more. So far, she has appeared more in the second season than the first season.
It's been like a year or so since I watched it, but yeah, she pops up, but it's like, it's mostly about achieving your dreams, and the romance is kind of a subplot to it. It's a main plot point,
No,
but it's
the romance is kind of a drive for it.
Yeah, it's
it
a
gives
drive.
the
Yeah, it's like
protagonist
it gives him
like
motivation.
some spirit,
Yeah.
some blazing spirit.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's like the main kind of pillar of the show, and then they just wrap everything else around that, because that is kind of like the plot, isn't it? Thinking back about it now, that's like the plot summary. Like, this guy has to become a mangaka so he can get this girl.
That wasn't even the main sell of it for me. It was the characters. Characters are really fucking fun to watch.
I think I must have read like the first, like, I don't know, 20 volumes of it. I remember
20 volumes.
reading it.
That's when it ends, I think.
20 volumes. I mean, 20 chapters.
I was like, oh, you read it all?
Yeah, I didn't even realise. Okay, so our second game is Who's That Character that we played, the same game we played the first episode with Callum and Taylor. Should I don't know, actually, I won't spoil it just in case anyone's not watched episode 1. But they had their characters, and they had a little role play to play, and Matt and Glenn here they're gonna role play someone trying to book a room at a fully booked hotel. So does anyone want to have what roles do you want to play? and you will play it. And if anyone's unfamiliar with the game, each person picks an anime character, but they don't tell me who it is in the roleplay as that character, and they have to try and make me guess without it being too obvious, and whoever has the best kind of impersonation wins. You don't have to do a voice or anything.
Oh, I'm gonna do a voice.
Oh god.
Glenn, I knew you were gonna do a voice, Glenn. I just hope you haven't picked a little girl.
Oh, I made sure it was a character you'd at least know. It might be a bit too easy, honestly.
I wonder
Well,
if we picked
as long as you
the
don't
same
make it too
character.
obvious, then it's fun. Oh, that would be weird.
The thing is, the character I picked has like one thing that defines her. So,
Alright.
well, if you guess it too easily, maybe I'll pick another one.
No, it should be fine. Just is like, last episodes they were pretty they were really well known characters. It's just kind of like, you know, how well you hint towards that character.
All right.
Don't just like you lose points for making it too obvious, and you gain points for, you know,
Making it.
nice hints and stuff like that.
Okay.
So who wants to be the hotel manager?
Glenn has the more authoritative voice, so
I'm playing. Oh, okay.
So you own a hotel,
Alright.
Hotel Glen,
I'll tell Glen Pie.
the Glen Motel,
Okay.
and Matt, you're gonna come in, but the hotel is fully booked. But you're gonna try and get a room anyway. So you guys have a little conversation. This is a normal conversation. Then I'll try and guess who you are.
All right.
Right, go ahead.
well, hi, I'm here to book a hotel.
The whole hotel.
Hi, I'm here to book a room.
Sorry, only magic users are allowed to stay here.
But my father told me to get in here,
Is he?
to come in here.
Can you use magic?
God damn it.
Did you go to
No.
magician school?
No, I can pilot stuff, but no, I can't use magic.
I'll have to ask Oni-sama about this.
Are you?
I know
Wait,
who
can I
Glenn
guess
is,
or?
but-
I know who he is too. I think.
yeah, I think about. I don't know who Matt is. Keep talking.
Okay. I really need to book this room because I saved this hotel before from a
Well, things have changed.
but I'm a reliable I'm a VIP.
Oh yeah, okay.
I saved the hotel.
Okay. So Matt, you're Shinji.
I thought he's from the first line. I was like, that's so fucking obvious.
Pilot. You know when you said pilot, I started thinking about airplanes for some reason. I didn't think about mechas. I was like, oh,
That's
and
probably
then I
yeah.
got lost.
Let me
And then
guess the
Glenn.
one word I said that was made it fucking obvious.
Or are you Madoka from?
Madoka from Madoka Magica?
Yeah.
No.
No, wait, can I
No?
guess?
Oh. Well, no, you don't guess. You keep
Oh.
talking because
Oh.
I'll guess you.
Oh. Wait.
I don't know. I thought it was.
It's where were we? Oni-sama won't be pleased about this.
Well, tell Onisama that my father will call him. This is against nerve protocol.
I'll have you know, Oni-sama is the top. No, he's not the top student. He's really tough. I have to limit his magic with my own
But-
magic.
I have a mecha. I
have Jesus, Oni-sama.
There's too many characters going around my head. It's not someone from High School DxD. is it?
No. I'll give you a
'Cause that's what they
Lewis.
do.
I'll give you a hint. It's from a show you dropped.
Oh, that's helpful.
You watched 3 episodes of it. I checked. Oni-sama.
There's only one character that says Onisama all the time.
Oni-sama.
Right, I give up. This isn't happening.
It's
What-
me.
what
It's
show is it
it's
from?
Wait, can I guess?
Sure.
Yeah. You can guess.
Is it Miyuki from Mahoka?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
I've only seen the
I
first
didn't
episode too. God.
In the first episode, she says it like 7 times.
No.
Yeah, no, yeah. If that had popped into my head, I would that is like the one anime that there's like 7 scenes in that show where it just like cuts to them and they're like, oh, Oni-sama.
That's the entire show is that, by the way. It's literally everyone becoming Tatsuya's younger sister.
Oh, I didn't watch the full show.
I know.
I did watch the
I
first
felt
3
like it was
episodes.
popular enough, and there'd been enough jokes about it that you'd be able to get it.
Yeah, so many people have talked about it. But I'm gonna have to give the point to Matt for that.
Oh, come on!
Impersonation.
This is an outrage. I'll allow it since we gotta make this fun. It's a tie.
It's okay, Glen Pie. No, it's not a tie.
What do you mean? Didn't I get a point when I
have
guessed
two,
gun grade?
Yeah, but I also got
Yeah,
a point.
Matt got a point
Oh,
as well
fucking
for
damn it.
GTO. We're going to be talking about what I'm watching. What I've been watching, anyway.
What have you been watching, Lewis?
Apart from seasonal, I have been watching Star Driver.
The most fabulous mech show around.
Yeah, it is probably the most glamorous kind of shiny show out there. Even the animation is really shiny. Everything's just shiny.
Yeah, it's based bones.
And all the characters they all have like over the top anime hair. They all have like Yu-Gi-Oh hair. it's pretty funny. I still don't. I'm like 17 episodes in. Still don't really know what's going on, but
Don't worry, you won't.
it's weird. It's weirdly enjoyable.
Yeah, it's fun.
There's like big mech fighting scenes. Don't know what's happening there. Then there's like romance. It's like okay. And then there's like this secret society. And it's like I don't know what's going on there either.
I feel like the best way to describe it is that it's just a show with a lot of personality. You just don't really. It's not really narrative driven because if you try to think of it, if you try to take it too seriously, you're gonna come out a bit disappointed.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, but although it doesn't have like much of a solid story, it's not like the story like puts the show down or anything like that.
No, not at all.
Like it isn't a negative thing that has no story. It's pretty fun to just like bounce around characters and like one episode have like a love triangle between those two twins, and then the next episode like go back to another character, and then there's the characters on the boat and stuff like that. There's just so many characters, and they just kind of bounce around that for like 17 episodes. I don't know if they'd like try and wrap things up closer to the 26 episodes or whatever, but I think 25 actually. But
Yeah, 25.
so far, like I quite like it. Although it's like it's not like my favorite Bones mecha by
Oh,
far.
no.
Like Eureka 7's obviously my favorite.
Oh yeah.
But it does have that kind of Bones feeling. It's weird. It's like they make anime that's like not like other anime. They're a very unique studio.
I'm not sure I'd say that in particular, but yeah, kinda. Like, they adapt a lot of more unique things, like, say, Ghost Sick. Well, I guess Ghost Sick's not particularly unique, or...
Yeah, that's the thing. They do things that are like that don't feel like Bones. Like they do Bones shows like Eureka 7 and stuff like that, and Star Driver, and what else have they done?
Wolf's
What other big
Rain.
mecha shows have they done?
Oh,
Captain
wait.
Earth, they did recently.
Just Mecha shirt?
Yeah,
Just Mecha
Captain
shows?
Earth. Yeah, because they're kind of known for their kind of mecha shows, but they also do like things like Sword of the Stranger and stuff like that. They've got really big variety, and they done what was it?
They've done Soul
Noragami.
Eater. That was probably one of their
Yeah,
most
Soul Eater. Yeah,
popular shows.
One of the best looking long running shows, that's for sure.
Yeah. Did they not do D Grey Man as well?
Did they?
Was that them?
I don't think it was.
Maybe it's not.
I don't think so. I never watched D Gray Man, but
They did number
It was
6.
like a long running one.
Haven't
yeah.
seen it, but I know they did that.
that's a
They're doing. They just did Chaika, which was pretty popular.
Alright, yeah. It's weird, they do have a kind of like different style, because you wouldn't have guessed that like if you showed someone Star Driver and then showed someone like Noragami or Chaika, like they probably wouldn't guess that it was like similar studios making it. I don't know what teams, if the teams like switched up.
Yeah, Bones is a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of Madhouse, because Madhouse also has a wide range of
Yeah.
anime coming out of it.
well, I mean, they are
Yeah.
both. Madhouse has been around since the 90s. Bones has been around since also the 90s, I think.
I don't
Yeah,
think Bones.
I think
I think
I
there's-
think way before that for Madhouse, actually.
Yeah, I think Madhouse were like 70s, 80s
Yeah.
and 90s, and yeah, I think apart from Toei Animation, they've made the most shows.
Fuck.
Like they've made something like 200 shows, Madhouse. But yes, I mean Star Driver is pretty cool. That the production is pretty nice. There's some like really nice animation shots, some really nice backgrounds.
Yeah, it's a really polished show. That's why I love Bones.
Yeah.
Is mainly they
Yeah.
still do mostly only 2D animation,
Hmm.
and like it's
Yeah,
not. It's
I didn't see much. I don't think there's any CG in Star Driver.
Yeah,
I can remember.
that's the I love. Thing is, I like mecha shows, but I like them a whole lot more when it's 2D mechs.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing worse than a 3D mech.
Yeah.
Because whatever you do, however much money you put into your 3D software, and you could have the best 3D software in the world, a 3D mech will never look good against a 2D background. It just won't work. Or when there's a 2D character in it, it just it never looks right
Yeah.
because there's so much detail on it.
Or if they just actually had a good enough production time that they at least had the time to like do what Gainax did for like the rebuilds. Even though I haven't watched the rebuilds, is they use CG mechs, but they just trace over it,
Yeah.
so it actually
Yeah,
looks.
a lot of shows do that.
Yeah, that looks
You
good.
just kind of rotoscope
Yeah.
it. Like was it Kids on the
Kids on,
Slope?
Yeah,
it was
Kids on the Slope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually they done the same thing. They rotoscoped over like real life footage, but it was just 2D animation. They just like used that as a kind of base outline for some scenes, and then just drew over that, and it actually looked really nice.
Wait, did they rotoscoped over live action footage?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
not for the full thing, but for a lot of scenes.
there's random cuts that end shows, Matt, that you probably haven't seen. That it's just that they
Yeah.
do it well. Like Akado Hana is the most recent example of a show that did rotoscoping all the way through.
Well,
and
yeah, I know about Aku no Hana.
But no,
it's,
like-
it's very obvious that Aku no Hana did that.
Now, in the Idolmaster, there are a few cuts that are rotoscoped.
The original Idolmaster?
Yes,
Like,
the original.
I never noticed.
Yeah, because they're done well enough that you don't notice. Like,
Yeah,
it's mostly it's easier to tell because most of the time when it's rotoscoping, there's a lot more like human-looking movement.
yeah, it looks more natural. Like it's really hard to emulate some natural movement. I'm guessing like a lot of dance scenes do it. Like was the original Haruhi dancing thing, was that rotoscoped or CGI or something like that?
I do not believe it was. KyoAni, I don't really think does that.
Well, your Lie in April, they do CGI scenes, which fit in really well.
So yeah,
They do for all the
Sometimes.
piano scenes.
the CG hands don't look that great.
Yeah. For the first few times, like I didn't actually notice it, and then as I started to watch it more and stuff like that, I was like, oh yeah, that's CG. But that is CG. That I don't think they've done the CG with overlay on it, because you can kind of see, you can kind of tell, because it kind of looks like a video game cutscene.
Yeah,
So yeah, so Star Driver. I have no idea when I'm going to finish Star Driver,
just give it like a year.
because I've got like 17 episodes now, so it'll probably take me like another month to finish it. So maybe I'll talk about me finishing it in like episode 10 of the podcast. So it's 2-1 to Matt right now.
Yeah.
So Glenn, you need
You
to
mean bullshit?
you need to score
It's
2
okay.
points right now.
It's okay, Glenn Pye.
My hints
Yeah.
were good, damn it. You just... Oh.
So this game we're going to play now is Did It Get an OVA? So I'm going to say the name of a show, and you guys are going to tell me if it got an OVA
Alright.
or if it didn't get an OVA.
Alright.
Okay.
So say,
Alright.
so this isn't one of them, but say I said Nisekoi, then you go, yeah,
Yeah.
it got an OVA. This is kind of like, the only shows I could pick were kind of shows, like really recent shows that have like Blu-rays and stuff like that, because that's the only time shows got OVAs, so they didn't get OVAs before Blu-rays and stuff like that.
No, sometimes they did, like with like limited edition versions of the manga.
But like VHS and stuff like that.
Oh, VHS, yeah,
wasn't much.
shows like that. Oh, nah.
So the first one, probably an easier one because it's quite a popular show. I guess it's first. Should I do first one? Yeah, I'll say like first one to shout it out, but I guess you guys can both have an opportunity. So the first one is Toradora.
Yes,
Yes. Fuck.
I'll give that point to Glenn.
it's the eating one.
It's the bento one.
Yeah, bento.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rice one.
Yeah.
God damn it.
The second one is Love Lab from 2011.
No, wait. Love Lab.
Wait.
It's from
Oh.
2011.
Yeah, Love Lab.
Oh, I thought you said Love Live. Fuck.
Are you wait? Are you
Love Lab.
like LAB?
Yeah.
No,
No.
Yeah, it was no. Another point to Glenn.
that didn't air in 2011. I think you're wrong.
Why? I don't know. I've written down 2011, so
I promise you, I'm right.
maybe the manga was in 2011 or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You guys got it anyway. This one could be a trick one here. It's the first season of White Album.
No.
I've never seen White Album. I don't know.
You've never
Yes.
seen White Album?
What?
Yes.
Are you talking about White Album 2 or White Album Season 1?
No,
No,
the
you're talking about the
original.
first season.
The original.
Which
I'm gonna say
isn't
yes.
really
no,
the
it
same
didn't.
series, but-
It didn't.
And this could bring it back to a draw or get a win for Glenn. It's tense.
It's
Drum
The
roll.
drum roll.
It didn't. No, it didn't. So Glenn has won
The tables
And
have
is one-
turned.
the grand prize.
What do I get?
You'll have to ask Taylor for the grand prize. He won last week.
Wait,
So you'll need to go ask him.
what is the grand prize?
Well, you need to go ask him for
Is
it.
he even online?
I don't know. Meet him IRL.
Yeah, I'll go straight to the
The grand
go to
prize is
Scotland.
the grand prize is really cool, by the way. I gave it to Taylor, and he's been using it like since the first episode. You should ask him for it.
I'll do it. You're not even gonna tell the listeners what it is.
No, they know. They know.
That's okay.
What?
If they watch the first episode, so they'll know, and they'll have seen Taylor using it.
Anyways,
It's a really good. This grand prize. It's crazy. It's so
What
grand.
is it? A High School DxD thumbnail?
Yeah, it's his video. It's 500,000 views on your video.
Oh, nice.
That's episode 2. So thanks for coming on.
Wait. Before we end this, Matt has to watch
No.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yeah, he has to watch How I Became the Strongest or whatever.
I want to be the world's strongest wrestler or something.
Matt, you better start updating your hummingbird. You have to watch an episode a day.
Yeah, put it onto currently watching right now.
What is that? What show is this even?
I'll link you after. But
It has a really
God.
long Japanese name.
yeah, you're gonna.
How many episodes is
It's
it?
like 12.
Yeah,
No.
maybe it's not even that. It's quite short. It's like 10 maybe.
You'll love it. It's great.
God.
You have to watch it with no headphones as well.
Oh yeah. Make sure your parents are home too.
Watch it with them.
Yeah,
just watch it with
watch
them.
How to Be the World's Strongest with your parents.
Get the whole family round.
Make sure the dog's there too.
Get the neighbours round.
No, the dog's not gonna be there because we're probably gonna have that for dinner.
Oh jeez. All right.
Okay.
It was
So I'm
fun.
going to end the podcast with some nice racism. Do you guys have any last messages?
Nope. See ya.
See ya.